without further ado, Hitman!
Everybody just bow your heads. I like to, first of all, just give honor to God, because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't even be standing here talking to you guys right now. I've been through so many things. So thank you, God. I thank you for allowing everybody to come together, just to be harmonized with each other, to come and show love. Just, it's so much for me. It's overwhelming. Like my heart, like I don't even know what to say, you know, and to say how I feel right now will be to defile it, because there are no words to express how I feel and how thankful I am to be here in this moment, to share what I have with these people who want to be here. I like to also pay respects to all the people who did this dance with God. You know, one of my little homies, Twin Hitman, rest in peace. He died, you know, sad story. Mad Rocks, you know what I mean? Like, all these people, I just give honor to, because we don't do that no more. We don't give out love no more. We act like as if they were here, like they wasn't here. You know, nobody goes to funerals, nobody even shows the love that they used to show in this movement. So I'm here, and I'm just being a vessel, God, of you, to give that love back, because I see that it's missing. So I just ask, God, that you just take over me, just allow me to fully just submit myself to you, and you act through me. Thank you, God. Amen.
Amen.
What's up? Yes, it's me, the original J-Type, Hitman with the StyleB. I got to give you guys a lesson first, because a history lesson, because you have to know what it is that you're doing. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people dance, but they don't really have a philosophy behind what it is that they're doing. So I have a question. Does anybody in here know what they're doing?
Dancing.
Y'all Krump, right?
Remember I said we like when we talk back, so.
Let me explain how I started Krumping. You know, and the things that I did for Krump, so you can get a better understanding of who I am as a person. I'm gonna open up to y'all. It's my first class. I'm getting the feel of it, and you know, I just want that love to be there. But I brought that Krump element. I was about, I want to say 12 years old when I started Krump dancing in 2002. I was a bad kid, like adventurous. Like I just got into everything. I did anything that you can imagine that was horrible, that your kid probably gonna do, I did it. Well, when I moved out here from New York and I came to California, I met a guy named Mickey. Long hair, everybody called him Mickey Mouse because he always had two braids, like, you know, the Mickey character. And he would wear these jumpsuits, and he told me he wore these jumpsuits to go to these clown dancing events. And I'm like, what is that? Like, y'all dancing? Like, I didn't understand it. You know, being from New York, like Buffalo, New York, at that, just to let people know, Buff Gang first. Like where I grew up at, you didn't see that. You just seen like violence. That was it. I grew up in the ghetto in Buffalo, New York. Like, it was horrible. Outside, you seeing people getting killed, all that happening all the time. So, you know, that had an impact on me. Me and Mickey, his real name is Mikey, he used to take me to these clown dancing, you know, houses and all that. And it was this group called Ice Clowns. And I was scared, I was nervous, just like I'm nervous today. But I challenged my fear. I walked in the house, I seen everybody dancing. I had never practiced ever before. I just danced in the house for my parents. My dad, he would laugh, it was just a different story. So they were having an audition and everybody was dancing. At this time, everybody was doing heel toe and the wobble. I didn't know how to, but it was my time to dance. I went, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did, but the lady liked it. She said, I want him. And that changed my life forever because for the first time, I felt like somebody paid attention to me. You know, like, I was like, she think I'm good? I don't even practice. You know, like, this is dope. So from there, I kept doing it, kept going around, I became a part of the Ice Clown group. It was cool. I understood the big homie and the little homie family thing, you know, and I just got better and better and better until I ran into Cartoon Family. Now, when I started dancing, there were no basics to Krump. Krumping at that time didn't even exist. Everybody just danced. It was a clown dance. You know, every week somebody came up with a new move. It was just, that's what it was. All of a sudden, it was just a shift. It was a shift in the dance movement. Like everybody was dancing rough. And my boy Outlaw, I don't know if anybody familiar with who Outlaw is? Well, anyways, Outlaw, no? Okay, well, if you do your homework, Outlaw is also a good dancer who helped me to create my style. He is amazing. I wish he was still around now. But he showed me some footage, and it was some girls Krump at first. It was some girls, and they were from Platinum Clowns, and they were like dancing rough, like, and I'm like, what is that? What is that right there? Like they're not like, they like totally, it was like we missed something. You know, it was like a really big shift. So me and Outlaw, we started practicing, and I'm like, man, I feel crazy doing this. He was like, you're supposed to feel like that. I'm like, I don't know, you know, I don't know. But I kept doing it. I started to do it by myself. It was to the point to where it became my reality. I'd be in the shower, Krumping. Before I go to sleep, I'm just like practicing everything. Like, just like, it was like my whole reality changed. I just became buck. Like, it was just, it's something in you, and it's something in all of us, to where it's like, once you get that little Krump feeling, it's like, you can't let it go. Like, it takes over. So, just to skip ahead, I kept doing, I got better, people started to notice me. Now, this is how I met Miho. We had a dance event in Lancaster called the Club Soda. Everybody's clowning. They say Cartoon Family is coming out here, and I was dancing for a group called the Smurf Tribe. And these dudes, Miho and Todd Eyes and all of them, were so tight. Like, I'm talking about, when I seen them dance, it was like I was in a dream. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I couldn't believe how good they were. I couldn't believe it. I went up to Miho. This is the first time I ever met Miho. The first time. And I said, yo man, can I be a Miho? Yes, me, I asked. And he was like, well, it's up to the little homie. It's up to little Miho. And I said, okay. So I went to little Miho. I said, man, can I please like be a Miho? I don't care, just let me be a Miho. I could do this. It was like, little Miho was like, did you ask the big homie? And he said, ask you. He said, well, if it's good with him, it's good with me. That changed my life. I became Tiny Miho. I started going harder. It was something about being a Miho that made me go harder. I practiced harder. I got better and better and better. Met Todd Eyes. We met, and I just thought he was a weird dude at first. For real. I never met nobody like him in my life. Like, I'm serious. Anybody who knows him, you can vouch. Like, you like, yeah, he's a different character. Because he was like quiet, but when he chose to open up to you, he really, really cared. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's so weird to see that he's around the world teaching, because he's not that type of person, but I guess he is. But, you know, me and him got to chilling, and he, you know, I got off. I went over there and I got off at his house, and he told me he wanted me to come live there. Like, that's really what happened. Like, I literally got off, and he said, yo, come move in. And I was like, okay. I was, what, 13 at the time? I moved in. I know you like 13 and you moved in? Yeah, 13 and I moved in. I was way advanced. So, any of you who've seen the DVDs, you'll notice that in the DVDs, I say I'm going to New York and then I'm coming back. Well, what happened with that situation is, when I was 14 years old, I got real sick. I caught walking pneumonia because I was getting off hard all the time, and I would go outside in the cold because I was hot, and it made me sick. So I went to New York. Mind you, I'm 14 years old, and my dad, nobody in New York knew anything about Krump. Krump had me, it didn't even hit Rise yet. Rise hadn't even came out yet. I'm telling everybody in New York, like, yo, man, it's something that we do out there. It's this Krump dancing, you know, like, it's crazy. Like, and I was showing them, they was like, y'all not doing that out there. That looks crazy. I'm like, no, for real. Like, this is what we really do out there. Like, everybody was clowning me, my family, you know, they thought I was, you know, just crazy. Because, I mean, just think about it. If you didn't know about Krump and you tried to explain it to somebody and you showed them, you would think that it's crazy if you didn't understand it. So, I'm telling everybody, I asked my dad, can I go back to California? He said no. He said I couldn't go back, I was too young. I shouldn't have been out here by myself in the first place. Can't tell y'all exactly what I did, because I ain't no snitch. But I made it back to California at 14 years old, and I came to the house and started getting back off. That's how real it is for me. I ran away from my home at 14 years old from New York to come all the way to California, got on a plane, first class, so I can get off. That's how real it is for me. Now, I haven't been around, you know, like for some time, because I've been living life, you know, like I've been growing up, I've been learning more. But Krump has always been my reality. Krump to me is not kingdom, radically, uplifted, mighty praise. Krump doesn't have a definition to it. It's just Krump. Every time I get off, I give it a new definition. Every time I get off. You have to become Krump. Point blank, period. You are Krump. Krump don't exist without you. When you get in there, when you get in this zone, just submit yourself to the will of Krump. Just go. Just let it go. That's Krump. See that? That's Krump. Krump is a reality. It's a way of living. Now, I'm not here to tell anybody about anything about religion or anything like that. But honestly, Krump is my religion. Because that's what I live. Yes, God is first. God is the Most High, the creator of it all. You have to have your connection with God before you do anything in life, point blank, period. You don't see me around because right now, I'm kind of disappointed with Krump. Because there's not enough love being shown. It was about 16 of us in Chad's house that all lived there. It was like really like some type of boot camp. I feel like I got set up. Honestly, I feel like I was set up. Like it was just like, every time I think back to them times, I'm like, I really was there crumping like that. Like that's all we did. We didn't even eat most of the time. We crumped, that was it. That's how much of a love it is, or you know, it was, and it was. We didn't care about eating. We just wanted to get off. I'm here now. I'm coming back to the game because I feel like God has put me in a position to be a vessel, just to show that love. It's not about who get off the hardest. It's about he got off. Point blank. Period. It ain't about how hard he got off. It's just he got off and he can get off. When you battle, you should never actually in your mind be battling a person. You should always be battling yourself. Always do better than what you did the last time. Now, it's hard because I have to take my own advice because not all the time you're in a position to be better than what you did last time because you feel different from time to time, from moment to moment. You may be happy this day. You may be sad this day. But the thing is, you just have to do your best. It's easy for us to do this. It's because of Krump, we all here right now. I don't know nobody in here like that. Not like that, like that. Except my boy, Biggie. That's my boy right there. My boys, man. Like, I love them. They always getting off. They getting off at that house out there. What is it, Reno Valley? Yeah, they get soft. Right now, I ain't been dancing, so I don't want to go there because I don't want to get called out. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to get called out. I'm still buck, but I mean, these dudes is buck. So, I'm just here to give you guys a history lesson about the way that you have to think when it comes to this. Mind, the way that your mind is, what's going on in your mind. When I Krump, I'm just releasing whatever it is that's there. It could be love that day, it could be hate, it could be whatever. I just know I just want to get off. And it's my life, so I just, you know, everything is what? You can just be talking, just getting off. And that's the reality, it's just life. You gotta see where Krump take you. Y'all ready to get off? Yeah.